hay along the back edge. Maybe I could grab that and we'll complete the bale before we start running down the middle again, or not. Okay. Oh, there we go. Got it. I have added the realistic dust mod, so depending on what pieces of equipment, you can make your tractor disappear in clouds of dust. And also the exhaust mod, which as the tractor gets closer to needing a service, it puts out more dark smoke. Also, as you run the engine closer to the limit, again, you will see more exhaust smoke. And I figured those were, they don't add significantly to the game, but they do right, yes. Yeah, I was aware about the twine thing, but that's done. Oh, well, there we go. And I think there is the potential, I can't remember if I've included a mod that increases the potential of the tractors breaking down the closer they get to, that's the way out, requiring a service. I might have given that one a skip. I thought about it, but nah. We're already up to 74 hours on this tractor. And the reason I'm running this tractor on the rake is because it has the GPS. So I can do the rows with it and can't be quite so precise with the Massey. But the Massey's big enough that it can run the baler, so no big deals there. Well, I must say it looks like a glorious day outside for not doing barbecuing in the rain. At the moment it just says it's going to be cloudy, but I think it really does look like it's going to rain later. It does feel hot in here. Okay. I haven't run this on a helper yet, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know if this is where I want to turn right. No, it's the next one. So I think what I'm going to do now is we'll drive down to the field. Actually, possibly I had the wheel too close to the table, and that does transmit noise up to the microphone. I just slid it back a bit, so that might alleviate some of the oh, well done. missed the turn. I'm doing the field lap backwards because I swapped the rake over, and so had to go to the store to do that. Okay, let's run along this edge, and then I think what I'll do is get to the far corner. We'll then set it off on a worker, and I'm going to investigate what the good grief, what the thermostat says, because it feels like the AC is not working. This rake is kind of tricky because it does have quite a wide stance and also doesn't follow the tractor. I think other rakes tend to have steering wheels, so once you line a tractor up it will steer with it. Okay, I'm going to set this on a worker. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. It must be just the humidity. I have kicked the temperature down a notch. Well, this is looking very interesting. Let's try and keep up. Yeah, I don't have access to this field. Well, surprise. I guess we'll get to see how precise the rake is with a worker, which would be good to know even if I don't entirely intend to use it that way most of the time. This could be a problem. Yeah. Push that over there so it's not in the way of the worker. It would appear the worker really doesn't like turnarounds with the rake. I mean, when you look at how much of the end of the field it's missing, that's just crazy. Oh, I do not want to drop a row here. That's better. Okay. particularly impressed with how this is working out at my worker, so we will go back to doing our own raking. I mean, I would say that's really not it's probably about the middle 50% of the field. It's not doing the ends at all. Now, in part, I will accept that because the ends of the field, I only did the one headland at this end, and it doesn't turn well at the ends, which is why I said you pretty much need two headlands in order to work this. I think what we'll do here is I will lift it. Then I'll do the top half. If I can fit. Yay. But anyway, it's functional. I think for the size of the farm we're doing at the moment, and with round bales, this is okay. The edge of the fields are very restrictive on this map, so that's part of the challenge that this rake is always going to have on a map like this. But then it's an American rake, so obviously would work much better on somewhere without so many fences. At least that's my thoughts right now. Definitely set up with a good swath for round bales. Probably not, you could probably use something far more width for square bales. Because obviously square balers can just chew up grass, which round balers can be challenged with. And then there's the whole trying to set it up with the GPS. We'll do that, or we'll attempt that again. But I'll be doing it on our field. And I'll try and figure out the correct working width, because the one I have at the moment still needs a little bit of an adjustment. Okay, pick that up. That's probably wide enough for the baler, so oops. And then there's this whole section up at the top here that also didn't get done. But you can see the tractor's turning here, but the rake will turn inside. So I don't hit the post in the hedge. There we go. Still. Up. Lift. Yay. There is a YouTube farmer I watch that does use this make and style of rake. I don't know if it's the exact model. But, nice to be able to see it in action in Farm Sim. Okay, I would say we are done raking. The baling is going to be interesting. We have one more contract field to bale. So we'll park this here, and the way out is that way. And engine on. I'm going to end up doing random rows here just to get the work done. I'm not too worried about adjacent at this point, just get the job done and move along. Oh crap. And the thing I did want to check was how much is a bale collector? That one is 50,500. 130 horsepower, so we'll have to run that on the Deutz. But again, not a piece of equipment that's available in Europe. Anderson, I believe, is Canadian, but we're using the X-Tractor. However, Anderson are not the only people who do X-Tractors, so, or that style of wrapper. I think mostly, at least in the UK, they'll use forage harvesters and silage clamps to make their grass silage. There probably is some bale wrapping that goes along. But I think I've seen far more of that in the US than I have back in England when I lived there. Okay. Come on, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10 back. Like I said, this is a great tractor for manoeuvring this baler. Yeah, the whole kit is very compact. Yeah, we go on to square bales and you're going to be looking at 250 horsepower requirements, and those tractors tend to be huge. Oops. It's 3:22 in the afternoon. We are burning up time in this day. Of course, it's October, so nightfall happens quite quickly. I do need to get all the baling done. Ideally, I'd like to get the wrapping done as well, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then potentially we might have time to deliver some of these. We will be buying the collector. Oh, I did it again. Not paying attention to the eject time. Oh well. That wasn't a good plan either. Now, I'm still running the front weight on this tractor. We do not have a front 3-point. And I don't see a reason for it at this point. I could use it as a spraying tractor, and there may be an argument to be made that we get the thing. Is it here? That thing, the proactive, and then we can use any of our tractors for spraying. Currently, we've installed the crop sensors on our Deutz, and we're probably keeping that for a while, so I'm not too worried about that initial expense. Plus, it's fairly cheap to add the crop sensors to a tractor, comparatively speaking. But once we start getting lots of tractors for the farm and trailed sprayers, then it does kind of make sense to get ourselves a crop sensor that we can attach to any tractor that's available to do the task. But yeah, with the sprayer kit we've got at the moment, it has a tank for the front, a tank for the back. It's not really ideal for running a crop sensor on it as well, because there's nowhere to put it. Not sure how much we've done at the far end, so it's like two sideways, but I have to do the longer rows first, so I'll go get that one done. Okay, so yeah, we got one more hayfield to bale, and then we'll get back to the yard, get our stuff rowed and baled. Because we're doing silage in our yard, actually we can go a little bit faster than we're doing. It would be nice to have a mower that rows. And if you do get a really, really big tractor, it does mean that you can run some mowing kit on the front and put a baler on the back, so you can just you can mow and bale at the same time. Don't know if the Big M has a hitch and power feed on the back. but that could be fun. It has been fun driving the Big M on some contracts, especially because they give you a big tractor and a windrower and the Big M and a baler and a wrapper, and it's just sort of, yeah, I don't need the windrower, so why did you bother? In fact, I've noticed on some contracts they give me a tedder and they want silage, and it's sort of, I have no idea why you give me a tedder. Thanks for that. I'll just leave it at the store. Oh, stop. Should not have stopped. I should have run sideways. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess. Do the circle of shame. Oh no, it's full. Quick. Of course, I could turn off the automatic unload. I do like that now. We have the automatic unload works for balers. It works for wrappers, which is just brilliant. You can keep your wrapping, you know, you're not waiting for it to stop and then there's a delay while you figure out what button to press. You can actually just drive up, grab the bale, drive to the next one, wait until it drops, and then just drive off. Probably the most useful auto unload piece of equipment I've hit so far. Baler's nice. Wrapper is just brilliant. Okay, let's go back to follow me mode. Not gonna be very successful from this angle. Okay. And as with old follow me's, it has been, yeah, quite particular where you have to be in order to get the follow me to work. But be careful if you've got two vehicles in front of